Hello, beautiful friends. I hope you're doing well. This is Leia from Star Power Tarot here with another reading for you. Today's question is your success. So, what are your next steps towards success in career, business, art, finances, just anything that has to do with abundance and prosperity for you? And so every time I record a video, like I kind of do it very like diaristic. Like whenever I record a topic, it's usually because I need the topic. I need the video in my life, and then I'll go back and I'll when I've forgotten everything, I'll go back and I'll try to pick a pile myself from my own readings. And usually what I find is that it really, really, really resonates with me, like my own readings. And so maybe I'm being a little self-serving, but I just figure the best way to cultivate this channel is to just do what I enjoy, because then it'll be authentically felt in terms of like you enjoying my videos, I guess. Anyways, so today's question, your success, next steps. So we have 3 cards here. So just take a minute to inhale, exhale, meditate, and just pick whatever card resonates with you the most. So the first pile will have card number 1, house and buildings. For pile number 2, we have 28, transformation. And for pile number 3, we have 41, renewal, rebirth. And oh my God, I'm totally like sweating right now because I was just practicing a number. If you don't know, I do drag. And so you can follow my drag Instagram. The link is below in the video description. But like, I am so tired and I was like, I have enough energy to record a reading. So let's record a reading and let's get to it. So before we get started, as always, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, give the video a thumbs up, and comment what resonates always. I love talking to you in the comments, and I'll see you at your pile, and the video timestamps are below. Thank you. Hi there, pile number 1. So if you chose house and buildings, this is your pile. So before we get started, make sure you like, thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and as always, comment what resonates. I love talking to you all in the comments. And today's question for house and buildings is, what does the house or the rooms of the house represent to you? Is it in order or is it a mess? What state are you in? So already I'm getting that for you, pile number 1, a lot of your success and your manifestation really has to do with making sure your home space or your workspace is conducive to your work lifestyle. So I'll give you an example. Like my room, oh my God, I wish I could show you my room, but I'm not, because some of you might find out where I live if I show you like out my window. But my room used to be so messy and just so disorganized. And eventually I did a lot of changes. I set up some manifestation boards. I set up a loft bed. I created this desk to do my readings, created another art desk and yet another art desk and a drawing desk. So my room sounds pretty big the way I'm describing it, but it's not really that big. But for your pile number 1, it's about your space, because your space is the key to your manifestation. So if you have reminders of your goals, affirmations strewn about on your walls, symbols of affirmations, could be like a t-shirt you want to wear one day. Once you get to like an ideal body type, right? Like you can put that on your wall and it's a reminder to you. You can put oh, this is so funny. Like the other day, I was at the ATM and I saw this is kind of fucked up of me. I don't know if it's fucked up of me, but someone left their ATM receipt and their account balance was like $30,000. And I took that shit and I was like, I am going to stick this on my manifestation board because I need an account with $30,000 in it. So it's now on my manifestation board, this random stranger's receipt. But that is the first message I have for you, pile number 1. So make sure your space is conducive. So do what you have to do to declutter and do what you have to do to set up reminders of your manifestation around your room. So create a success board, a manifestation board, a mood board, and that will really propel your manifestation, you will find. So success, what are your next steps? Pile number 1. Let's get from the Moonology, and then we'll pull some random cards from other tarot decks. Pile number 1. It could also be the place you live. Like, if you're not living in a place that is conducive, maybe you're like, you know, with family and it can feel oppressive to live there. What you need to do is, you know, do what you can do to build your own space. That is the message for you, pile number 1. Do what you can do to build your own space. So what do we have here? Let's put these here. Conclusions are within reach. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay. So for a lot of you, the hard work you've put in, it's starting to pay off. It's going to pay off. And Spirit wants you to know that, because you might be hitting a place of frustration or stagnation. But what Spirit wants you to know is, with this full moon eclipse card and full moon and Capricorn card right here, the things that you're working for are going to have payoff this year or in the upcoming few months. And you're going to see the fruits of your labor really start to blossom. So that is what Spirit wants you to know. Let's see. Goddess, God, Universe, Divine, Earth, Air, Fire, Water, Spirit. How can you move toward greater success? The Fool reverse. And then we have, what is this? Ooh. The Five of Wands reverse. So, you know, a lot of you are also getting a message. You're only one person. You can't have your hands in so many baskets. You're only one person. You can't have your hands in so many baskets, pile number 1. I don't know, because this is the energy I'm really feeling of someone who's multitasking, or someone who's doing a lot of work, or someone who, you're at this point where almost some of you are like, oh, like no more, like I can't do any more, I can't take on anymore. And Spirit is kind of affirming that for you. It's like, if you are with the 2 full moon cards, really to me represent the idea that you should focus on just one overall encompassing goal and don't stretch yourself thin. Because when you stretch yourself thin, pile number 1, you're preventing your energy from being productive, from being effective, because your potency is so strewn about. It's not in any one direction. And there's also something here about purpose. And, you know, I had a boss tell me one day that, like, you can have multiple hats, you can have multiple jobs, multiple roles, but what you need to really do is walk in every space with the same purpose. And if you walk in every space with the same purpose, it kind of heals that dissonance for you. Like, you're able to just be a singular person with a singular goal. So maybe you're like me and you have, you know, multiple businesses. I have my art, my drag, my wearable art, my tarot. And, you know, my purpose is to uplift and spark and inspire and move with all of what I do. And so you have to remember that as well. And here we have the 6 of Wands. Yeah, success. So with the Fool reverse next to the 6 of Wands, pile number 1, and the Queen of Wands right here to the left, you need to trust that you are successful and you will be successful. And so there's a message here for you, which is for your manifestation, you need to chronicle and really write down the ways you have been successful in the past. You can't forget that kind of stuff, because you need to believe you have been successful for you to cultivate success in your career, in your business. Otherwise, you know, what's the point? You're not going to believe in yourself if you don't believe that what you've been doing has already worked for you. So you need to recognize the ways things have worked out for you in the past. What does the Zillich Tarot have to say for this pile? Kind of general messages, you know, fun messages nonetheless, but like, this is really about faith and believing yourself. Don't ignore that shitty shuffle that I just did. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. I hear that Dory, like, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Ooh, I did the whole reverse flip. One more time. Goddess, God, Universe, Divine. The Universe, which is the World card. And do you see how the color palettes really match with the universe and the houses and buildings? So for some of you, you are in the process of metaphorically constructing what is a house for yourself. So a new universe of work, a new business, You're trying to get new offers to pour in. And what the world, the universe card here is saying, and this is a really important card to get at any time it pops up, I've been told, because it means that energetic cycles are closing and opening for you. They're either really closing or they're really opening for you. For this pile in particular, I really feel that the energy is closing. Like you're about to reap a lot of rewards in your life, like very soon, within the next 6 months, I would say. About that relate to the work you've already put in. And so you know, you need to trust and these cards just fell down. So what are these cards? Let me pick these up. Justice. Two of Swords. Okay, so multitasking again for some of you, or indecision. And the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So interesting that all these colors kind of mesh in together. This is some advice that I have for some of you. With the Ace of Pentacles reverse, you have to be your own boss and your own manager. I think that's a message from Spirit because, and I've learned this in my art, like no one is going to book you. No one's going to give you shows. No one's going to give you opportunities. No one's going to give you collaboration. You have to go out there and build that for yourself. And I really see this pile doing that kind of work very successfully, I might add. It's just been really tough, I think, with that Justice and the Two of Swords. But you're being asked with this peace card over here to just really contemplate on what has been the source of your success, what has been the source of your resiliency, and to also think about what are you opening and what are you closing recently. Because this pile, the main message here is that you're about to get what you want. It's just happening slowly for you. But with that Six of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the World card, it's the perimeter of this triangle, the 3 points are very positive aspects. And so that's something you need to trust in. With the Full reverse card, the Full reverse always, signifies a lack of trust in the universe, a lack of, proceeding as if things are working out for you, a lack of faith, a lack of belief in the self. And for this pile, the way towards your success, the way towards your manifestation, the way towards your abundance is to believe in yourself more. And it sounds so simple, right? But it's really not. It's really hard to do that. But write down a list, 10 things, 10 reasons why you've been successful in the past. Write down 10 reasons why you've been successful in the past. Pile number 1. And are there any future opportunities coming up? Let's ask Spirit. Are there any future opportunities coming up? Here we are. It's funny because I really felt that this would be the Devil card, and we have a similar kind of position with like a throne here with the King of Swords. But what I feel is with that King of Swords energy, don't worry about opportunities. You need to contemplate right now. That's the energy for this pile. Contemplate on why you've been successful and contemplate on the direction you want to go in. But with the King of Swords, communication might come in from a potential job offer, from a potential collaboration, a potential booking. But it's going to be something you're going to maybe reconsider. And you might reconsider whether or not it fits into your line of work or the direction you want to go in. And there's no right or wrong answer with this opportunity that's coming in, but you need to think about, it's more internal. That's what I feel. Like you need to cultivate a sense of you are your greatest hero and inspiration, pile number 1. So that's everything that I have for you. So please comment what resonated, comment your thoughts. Always subscribe, hit the notification bell, give a thumbs up, and what else? If you want to book a reading with me, my link is below on my Etsy shop, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for tuning in. Bye. Hi there, pile number 2. So if you chose the card Transformation 28, this is your reading. So before we get started, make sure you hit the notification bell, hit subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, a like, and as always, comment what resonates. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, my Etsy link is below and you can book with me over there. But yeah, so you chose transformation. Commit to acting on new ideas and belongings and longings. Take a leap of faith. Begin again. Okay, so there's 2 messages here for you from this singular card. The first message is, for some of you, well, I think there's kind of 3 messages. But the first message is, some of you need to reinvent yourselves, or you're in the process of reinventing yourself. And for some reason, I feel like pile number 3 is going to be very similar in theme. So if you're watching pile number 2, you might want to also watch pile number 3. I just have a feeling intuitively. But there's a reinvention, and it could be as simple as changing your resume, writing a new cover letter template, or it could be as big as changing your drag name, or like changing your aesthetic, or exploring new types of aesthetic for yourself. But whatever it is, you're being asked to take a leap of faith and to also try something new. Very specifically for some of you with this begin again, you're being asked to pick up an old hobby or an old craft that you thought, wouldn't work out for you in one way or another. Or maybe you just dropped, or maybe, things were too stressful with the pandemic, and maybe like time just got in the way, and you're being asked to redo that thing, pick it up again. And because that, whatever it is going to lead you toward greater success and abundance. And it might even become a new business prospect for you, whatever old activity that you're picking up again. Or it could be even a very important part of your identity. And then the third message I'm getting is, some of you visually need to look at this butterfly eye mask that she's wearing, and that, for you visual artists out there, will inspire a visual piece. So her mask, if that makes sense. Very beautiful, very, very beautiful. And then we have the monarch butterfly in the upper left corner, which I think signifies rebirth and pride, right? Spirit, are there intuitive messages? So these are all very different readings. Like pile number 1 was a lot more direct, a lot more about the symbolism of the card. For this pile, I'm really feeling that I should summon visualizations from my third eye space to see what spirit has to communicate for you. Some of you are musicians or pianists, and you're being asked to return to piano, or to teach piano, or teach music again, or some sort of craft to teach. And I'm getting like a headache right now, so it's like, maybe you think that, going back to something that you used to do is just going to be a major headache for you. But Spirit is saying there's hidden potential in something you've left up long ago. Could be old ideas, could be old sketches, it could be old business plans, business prospects, goals, ambitions, old manifestations. But whatever it is Spirit is asking you, I'm hearing to return back to your roots and allow your roots to influence whatever it is you're doing right now. Allow your roots to influence whatever it is that you're doing right now. But I'm getting a lot of musical imagery. So there's like piano, violin, there's like a harmonica for some reason. So maybe that might resonate for some of you, if not, most of you. But and then some of you are also teachers, that's another message. And it's not all of you, like take what resonates. Or you're teachers in some sense, and you're being asked to introduce curriculum or lesson plans that bring you joy, or that reveal things about yourself, or that allow for introspection for yourself, for your students, for yourself. Those are just some specific messages that I'm getting. But let's go draw from the Rider-Waite-Smith, and let's go ask Spirit, what is the career advice, the success, the manifestation advice for pile number 2? Oh, please ignore my shitty shuffle. Oh my god. Well, one card came out, which was the Queen of Cups reverse. Okay. I don't know why I'm hearing that SpongeBob, like, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. So maybe you're ready to tackle something, pile number 2. What is happening with pile number 2? Spirit. 7 of Wands, reverse. So some of you are getting a very similar message to pile number 1. So if pile number 1 also resonated with you, I would also watch pile number 1. But for some of you, you're getting this message of don't multitask. There's a lot of projects I mean, this is a common kind of thing. I think as everybody in this failing capitalism, right, is, just has so many side hustles, has so many responsibilities. But what I'm really feeling is you just want to make sure you do what makes you happy with that Queen of Cups reverse, how she's contemplating into that goblet. And then the 7 of Wands reverse, it's an energy of like releasing your hands from all these different fires that you're in. It's an energy of you want to make sure that you're not too spread thin, pile number 2, because that will impact your manifestation, because you just won't have the energy to do much of anything that is within your passion. But you're changing as a person. It's something that I'm feeling, like you're changing as a person. Because there's just a lot of all the butterfly imagery here with the transformation card. You're going through like a spiritual glow up, pile number 2. And as I said that, I saw 707. What was this? The 9 of Pentacles reverse. Gain reverse. Yeah, so there's nothing you gain from doing things that don't fulfill you. And then the 4 of Swords, truce. Exactly. So there's nothing you gain from doing things that don't fulfill you. So if there's something that doesn't fulfill you right now, pile number 2, your advice, if it's a job that you can afford to leave, if it's a project, if it's a podcast, I don't know. Like your advice is to just leave it. Like let it be, let it rest. There's no pressure to do things that don't activate you. Right now, the projects you're meant to pursue or the jobs you're meant to pursue, pile number 2, are jobs that add to your energy of transformation. Or they're projects that are about transformation. If you're a storyteller, if you're like a director, a writer, an artist, a visual artist, a drag artist. These are projects that are about people changing or you changing as a person. And if you're a writer, if you're a creative, you're also getting another message to tell stories about people who are suffering or who are not gaining from systems. People who are not thriving. Like that's a thematic subject matter you might want to touch upon. It's like pain. For you creatives out there, for you who do art. But with the 4 of Swords truce, I'm also feeling intuitively that you need to take a rest from the multitasking. This pile is very interesting because pile number 1 got a lot of advice about multitasking. So if you want to watch pile number 1, I suggest you do. And if you want like more specific details, book a personal reading with me. My link to my Etsy is below. And I send the videos out back to you within 2 days. As of now. But what is happening? Let's get from the journey of love. Oh, this one just kind of flew out. The choice. How interesting. And you see how the colors kind of match? So pile number 2, yeah, you need to make the choice to leave something that just isn't serving you. Like leave. It could be a to-do list. It could be a project. It could mean putting things off until you have the energy to do them. And there's another message I'm getting, which is just to enjoy, if you have a spouse or a loved one, just enjoy your partner, ask them for advice, and ask your friends for advice. That is a specific message that I'm getting for this pile, very specifically. All right, so I hope that makes sense, but these are the steps you need to take to accent and move toward your manifestation and your abundance, to unlock your manifestation. If you want to book a personal reading with me, my link is below. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment what resonated, and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you in your next reading, pile number 2. Thank you for tuning in. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. So if you chose the Renewal Rebirth Phoenix card with the number 41, this is your reading. So before we get started, make sure you hit the notification bell, make sure you subscribe, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, and comment what resonates always. If you want to book a personal reading with me, I suggest you do. Shameless plug, my link is below in the video description to my Etsy shop, where you can get a reading from me. And I send all videos back within 2 days as of the time of this video. But you know what's so funny, pile number 3? Well, first off, I think the readings today have been kind of hard, not gonna lie. It's been kind of hard for me to channel and and I feel like my advice is really sporadic. It's kind of random, and so I hope things resonate. But what I'm really getting from this, I heard a song, which is that Lana Del Rey song Thunder off the new album, and it goes like, you roll like thunder when you come crashing in. Town ain't been the same since you left with all your friends. Excuse my voice, but like, it's this song which is about people leaving or someone leaving. And so for some of you picking this pile, you might be in an energy of abandonment, or you might feel maybe abandoned by a certain workplace project, or maybe that's been a theme in the past. But it's also this energy of, because the chorus to that song is just do it, don't wait. So you're getting this message to just do whatever it is you want to do, and just don't wait. Don't ask anybody for permission, pile number 3. And I also want to talk about, there's this thing I discovered in my personal life, which is the idea that no one's gonna book you. You gotta book yourself. No one's gonna give you a job. You gotta get jobs yourself. No one's gonna collaborate with you. You're gonna want to collaborate yourself. It's stuff like that you need to think about, because this Phoenix energy, is so much about just transforming and using willpower to become something new. And so you're being asked for your manifestation, pile number 3, to commit to becoming something new, doing something new in your art. It could be changing your drag name. It could be changing the name of your business. It could be changing your branding. It could be pursuing projects you didn't think you would pursue before. It could be presenting yourself in a way you didn't think you could present yourself before. And I know about that because, like, my drag is about to get sexy this year. Like, I don't know about y'all, but like, I never thought I could be sexy, and then I realized, you know what? I'm gonna work on my body, and I'm gonna do sexy drag. This year. But TMI, that's more about me than it is about you. But if you want to see my art, check out the link to my art. My Instagram is in the video description. But examine what you resist discarding. Reassess what needs to be renewed and given a fresh start. Clean up all the things around you that are cluttering your life. So you're being asked to, so it's almost like the energies of pile number 1 and 2 combined. And a lot of y'all are getting similar readings, not gonna lie. Like, a lot of these energies are so much about like not multitasking, about letting your energy be focused in one specific direction, and also about choosing what makes you happy and committing to presenting yourself in new ways. And for some of you, orange kyanite is going to be a very important crystal for you to use in your manifestation, in your visualization, in your meditation. But what I'm getting is, for some of you are scene stealers and showstoppers, like in your line of work. So I don't know why this is like truly my artist pile, but for the artists watching this pile, your advice is really to do the thing that'll steal the show. Plan things that'll steal the show for your manifestation, for your success. Some of you might have good ideas for like good TikToks. Some of you might have good ideas for like just looks. But I'm just feeling, ooh, did you see that? Oh my God. These cards just like exploded. Girl. Okay, let's see. 9 of Pentacles and the Lover's reverse. Ooh, so strong. This energy is so strong. I'm literally freaking the F out. But you are on your way to transmuting heartbreak into art, into success. Um, so take that how you will. But what I'm really feeling is with that lover's reverse, it's energy of trauma, energy of heartbreak, energy of loss is something you need to transform, pile number 3, because that is what will unlock your manifestation and lead you towards success. Is take that pain, turn it into a story, write it, turn it into a performance, turn it into some, like all of that trauma needs to be expressed in music, in dance, in art, in visuals, in your photography, in your teaching, for some of you who are teachers. But what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling is um, it's a long process. It's a lifelong project. That's the message I'm getting from spirit, is you need to think about this as something you're going to do continuously. Very powerful energy. This is the pile for the change makers, the game changers, the people with like big, strong influence, the people who have like large followings or who are destined for large followings. That's sort of what I'm really feeling with this pile. Let's get some more from the Shadowscapes Tarot. So what can this pile do for their manifestation, spirit? What can this pile do for their success, career success, manifestation? For some of you, double check the offer. You're getting a message to double check the offer that someone's offering you, someone in a higher position than you. Make sure you read the fine print and make sure it's paying you what they say they're going to pay you. And if not, then find ways to make that extra income. Pile number 3. Okay. Well, this one fell up, so we're going to take this one. The 8 of Cups reverse. And the 6 of Wands reverse. Some of you have been on a long and treacherous journey that has been full of failure, full of like false starts and duds and studs. I don't know. But some of you, it's been hard. It's been hard to move on. It's been hard to find success. And the advice for you is to write down, and I literally mean write down 10 reasons why you have been successful in the past, because that is the energy that'll ensure that you are successful in the future. Because for your manifestation, you have to have the gratitude to believe that things work for you. Otherwise, what's the point? If you think that things don't work for you, things are not going to work out for you. And this pile is really about resiliency and cultivating belief in yourself, cultivating belief in your resiliency. For some of you, I'm hearing the phrase, never let me go, or don't let me go. And oh my God, there's that other Lana Del Rey song, like, never let me go. And some of you, Ocean Vuong, I don't know why, like, might resonate, the poet Ocean Vuong, or poetry in general. Check out the book Night Sky with Exit Wounds. Night Sky with Exit Wounds. That might be a source of inspiration for you if you're an artist. But what I'm feeling is, and don't let, I'm getting this download, don't let crushes or other people get in the way of your belief in yourself, because you are a star. Pile number 3. You are a star and you deserve all the success in the world. Some of you need to read A Return to Love by Mary Ann Williamson, and that is a book that will like ignite you. But this pile is in need to be ignited. So do the things that'll steal the scene. Do the things that'll transform you. Take big swings. This pile, that is your advice. In whatever field you're in, I mean, within reason, take big swings, because that is what will allow you to reap the most success, is when you risk a lot. And don't risk outside of reason, right? Like, you want to do what's safe and what's comfortable for you. But for some reason, I'm really feeling that for this pile, it's about the risk and the reward and turning pain into something beautiful. And that is how you will unlock your manifestation towards success within the next 7 months. I'm going to say the next 7 months. I don't know why I'm getting that, but intuitively, I just feel It's the next 7 months. It's I mean, we have 6, 9, 8. So 6, 7. 7 is what's missing, and 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, which is the number of transmutation and changing and destabilization in numerology. But that's everything that I have for you, pile number 3. So if you want more specific details, book a personal reading with me. My link is below in the Etsy. The video description will have a link to it. And make sure you hit subscribe, hit like, give the video a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell. And I will see you at your next reading. Thank you for tuning in, and bless. Bye-bye.